Even in this room, I know that there's some of you are sitting out there thinking, I'm going to a different church this Sunday, right? And some of you are struggling with, I'm going to stay where I am, even though I'm facing these things. And you have a sense of conviction about that. And you're wanting to fight for unity and other things. And this is why I think how we shape the conscience is really important. Because I don't think every Christian has to respond the same way to this challenge. Some of you are in churches you need to leave. And it's okay to leave. And you need someone to tell you that it's okay to leave. Because if that rascal's in the pulpit espousing explicitly or in a veiled way white supremacy, you don't need to sit under that, right? You're not obligated to sit under that. Sometimes leaving is healthy. But some of you are in churches with good pastors who are swimming in the eddies and the undertows and the flood of this present moment, doing the best they can, fumbling sometimes getting stuff a little bit right. They didn't go as far as you wanted them to, and so you mad. You probably need to stay and support that pastor. Because that pastor right now, if he needs anything or she needs anything, is courage and encouragement. Now, I think it's by Christ's design, on the strength of 1 Corinthians 12 and Romans 14 and a lot of passages, that he takes all us different people and put them in one body. And I think it's part of his providential design that all these burrs and sharp points that we have to ourselves and that other people have to themselves is for our sanctification. So one of the reasons that you may need to stay, is that you might be challenged by someone else who holds a different view, who sees your sin or sees my sin better than we see it. You need that person. I need that person. How else are we going to be sanctified? Because here's the truth too. Most of our pastors don't preach to the particular sins of their particular people. They preach about the sins of other people. Right? So if there's no confrontation, and if we continue what we've been doing over the last 10 years of this sort of giant resort of Christians into churches that fit their flavor and variety, it's hardly a week that goes by when I'm not talking to a pastor who says, man, in the last 2 years, I've lost 30% of my congregation over this issue or that issue, and they are resorting into the church that has their own particular political flavor. If we continue to do that, we will be short-circuiting the prophetic challenge and the sanctification that I think the Lord means to do to us as a church in this moment. So I guess my plea to pastors is have some courage. Preach the word, flat-footed, full-throated. Let the word do the work. Study your people and realize you're not preaching to your podcast, you're not preaching to Twitter, but you're preaching to your people, and challenge your people to come up in Christ. And I just want to appeal to folks out there who are likewise struggling to stay at the table to say, you're free in Christ. If you feel like you need to leave, leave. If you feel like you need to stay, stay. Support the courageous pastors that you have. And know that the Lord is at work in the midst of all of this to sanctify us and to grow us. It hurts sometimes to be sanctified. And it challenges our faith sometimes to stay on the potter's wheel. But the Lord's good. He's at work.